Hello everybody and welcome back to Handsum German, the only show on the internet. And today I present to you a game titled Cosmo Cheats at Poker. I was contacted by the developer CDL Studios on keymailer.com. I was offered a key. I didn't request it, but I accepted it because if a developer is willing to give a small channel like mine a chance, then I'm obviously willing to give a small developer a chance. So what is Cosmo Cheats at Poker? It advertises itself as a deck builder poker game, which sounds kind of crazy at first because how do you even do that? But the way it works is that you have a couple of cheats up your sleeve at any given time that you can play whenever you have enough gumption to do so, which have different effects on cards they have different effects on cards, and using them strategically at the right time can make all the difference in the world on whether or not you win. So it is a lot more tactical than regular poker, which is already a game that is popular because of how tactical it is. And that's honestly kind of impressive to take a pre-existing formula and improve on it. I honestly think that despite the fact that the game looks and sounds fairly cheap, it also is very cozy and mechanically solid. So as you can see from the footage in the background, or the footage in general, it's not really in the background, it is a poker game. And it works exactly as you would expect. If you don't know how to play poker, then I'm not going to explain it here. But what is interesting is that when you play bad hands, I think, it's not entirely clear to me when your cheater energy gets refilled, but you have up to 3 lightning bolts on the right side of the screen that you use to play your cheats. You can unlock more cheats by gaining experience. Experience is actually gained by losing money, which is an interesting concept, I think. It kind of has this ludonarrative balance of the worse at poker you are, the better at cheating you become, which is really funny if you think about it. So I appreciate that a lot. Now, what kinds of cheats are there? The one that you start out with is reshuffling the 5 cards in the center of the table and dealing new ones out. And that's when this game really sets itself apart from Card Shark, I believe it was called, which was also a card game about cheating, multiple card games about cheating. In this game, there is no subtlety at all. You do things that are just blatantly obvious or physically impossible, like passing one of your cards to the player to your left and getting a card from the player to your right. That's a weird cheat considering that everyone has to agree to do it. Or increasing or decreasing the value of a card in your hand or on the table. Which, again, everybody just kind of lets you do, which is interesting. I definitely think this doesn't make any sense, but then on the other hand, there are certain AI opponents who will also cheat. In this case here at this table, there's Wanda, nickname Croup, I guess croupier or something, and she's always the dealer every time, which means she never has to pay a blind, which obviously is a huge advantage. And everyone just kind of lets her do it. It's like if you've ever played chess with a 6-year-old with an active imagination, and they're going to tell you, no, 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 my pawn is going to ride on the horse, and that counts as one move. Except everyone plays like that, and everyone is just kind of okay with it. Everyone just makes up new rules on the fly and just rolls with it, which is really silly, but mechanically it actually works. So if you've looked at this game and expected a deep narrative that is internally coherent, then I don't know why you expected that from a poker game with me knockoffs and a radio that blasts the same 5 songs over and over again, and the least charismatic radio show host who isn't also a massive bigot, I guess, that I've ever heard. And yeah, I think that about covers it for this game. It's a really relaxing, cozy, stupid game. It's dumb in a really fun way because, yeah, cheating the AI out of thousands of space dollars is kind of hilarious at times. Sometimes they will go all in because they have 3 aces, and then you just cheat to make the aces into a king and a 2, and then you have a straight and they have a high card ace, and that's all they have left. Or a pair of aces or whatever, you just mess with them, and that's really funny. I almost think it would be genuinely great if they managed to make a multiplayer version of this game where everyone has some cheater energy and you just screw each other over without end. It would be the least balanced, least strategic. Well, it's only less strategic because everybody's cheating. It would be the dumbest, most hilarious card game I've ever seen. So it also made me want to go back to a card game idea that I've had years ago called Xeno Casino, which has similar premise of everybody's playing the same card game, but people come from different planets and there's different house rules on different planets. It kind of reawakened my desire to make a stupid card game, which I haven't done in a while. So that's pretty high praise, I think. So I guess the last thing to say in the game's favor is that I recorded my first half hour with it, but the footage got corrupted. So I decided to play another 20 minutes to get more footage, and I ended up playing for an hour because I was just having fun. And for $9.99, having a cute little poker simulator with a fun concept like everybody's a stupid cheater and everyone's just kind of okay with that, I think that's pretty great. The game is currently sitting at 3 reviews on Steam, which is a shame. The game does not look like it's a quality title, I have to admit. But I hope that throughout this video I managed to convince you to at least put this thing on your wish list and pick it up when it's 50% off or whatever you consider to be a reasonable price. And with that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to do something nice for a loved one, a stranger, and for yourself in any order you choose. And see you next time.